Good afternoon. How are you? It's kind of an interesting place I'm at today. I thought I'd show it to you a little bit. I'm over here on, I think it's 191 in Wyoming, and then I'm going to cross into Utah here in a minute. But these trees are really weird here. Look how they're just kind of, I don't know, the bark, I guess that's bark, just kind of shreds off of them. I'm at a brake check area. I'm supposed to stop and check my brakes over before I go on, and they're just really twisted, interesting the way they grow. But you can see little barnacle things, and there's some little wild bluebells over here with a little white, teeny little white flowers. Well, yeah. So we're out in the mighty Kenworth. I'm gonna walk around the truck a little bit, and there's a 9% grade up here, and they want you to check your brakes. So I did that, and we'll go here. I'll get you rigged up. I'm empty, so there. But this is really interesting area, part of the country that you might not be familiar with, and I'll tell you about it a little bit here. So it ought to be interesting here. Come on along, let's go truck driving. I'll show it to you. This will be fun. Get you some coffee now. Okay. The sign said 9% grade up here, so you have to stop there at the brake check and check your brakes. But I left back there at Rock Springs. I came down there on Elk Street and bought diesel fuel, and then I come south on 191. You can they got weight limits in the wintertime. You can't go this way unless you're real light. But a lot of the road here is open range, and that means the cattle can be on the road. They can be out in the pasture, or out on the range. They could be anywhere. You have to be ready for about anything. It says 9% grade next 2 miles. So I'm gonna get her locked in a gear and just let her rattle away down the hill easy. Take care of my brakes and things, even empty. I don't want to. I'm just gonna keep it cool and good. It shouldn't be a problem. So we'll just roll a little bit here. It's really pretty. We have a lot of smoke from I guess there's fires up in Canada, and so I don't know how this is going to look. If the camera's going to show you all the smoke or not. It's better than it was back there a ways. My eyes were burning pretty good. I stopped back there at the truck stop and washed my face, washed all the smoke out of my eyes, and they were pretty irritated. So, but running empty down the hill with the Jake on a low setting, and I'm running about 40 here, just kind of sharp corners and things, just kind of keeping it cleaned up. Get down the hill here in good shape. Here's a runaway truck ramp. That's pretty spooky looking. See if there's any tracks in there where anybody's. Yeah, there's some tracks in the ramp where people have used it. They come and work that gravel to make sure it's nice and soft every once in a while. It's very beautiful. Many of you might not be familiar with this, but we're going to come down here. There's a town called Dutch John, the bottom here somewhere, and then we're going to cross the Flaming Gorge Reservoir, and we're going to man, that's shaking pretty good. Let's see if it smooths that up. Anyway, we're going to cross the dam down here on the Flaming Gorge Reservoir, and I really think you're going to find it pretty interesting. It's just very beautiful, and a lot of you might not be familiar with this part of the country. It's kind of remote and back in here, and a lot of folks probably haven't been this way. So I'm going to adjust that a little bit. But you can start to see some of the reds in the rocks over here. The Green River flows down through here, and the Flaming Gorge Reservoir is one of the reservoirs that flows into the Colorado River, through the Grand Canyon, into Lake Powell down there. They've been awfully worried about those reservoirs being low on water. Been a lot of talk about it. So let's go see how much water's in the Flaming Gorge. I think they flow in a daisy chain from reservoir to reservoir down all these river systems. The Colorado River is considered the main river, and the Green River is considered the tributary. It wasn't always like that. I think I was reading where in 1921 they passed some legislation that made the Colorado River, they renamed it and made it the main river. And before that, the Green River was considered the main river, and the Colorado River fed into it was considered the tributary. And that designation changed who managed the water, the rivers and water systems, and here we are at the state line. So you're going to have to do a little reading, a little research on that. Utah, here we go. 191 south, speed limit 55. And we'll take care of that. They had signs back there warning you to watch for elk. I hadn't seen any, but sometimes you do. Gosselin Mountain. The Green River has a lot longer distance, a lot larger drainage area flows into the Green River than the lot more acreage, and so Wyoming didn't want that to happen, but they didn't have enough pull, enough representation to change it. So it's been that way for a long time, over 100 years. So I really don't know all about it. You'll have to do your own research and study to find out. So, but we're going to take care here, and it's very beautiful drive. If you get the chance to come down through here a little bit, see it, you'll like this. It's very remote, and if you would like to go see some areas where you don't have crowds of people, this would be it. This is like an undiscovered area to go explore. It's pretty fun. I've wanted to take Mrs. Truck driver down here and show it to her, but I don't know. Haven't got it done yet. There's some really beautiful places after you leave Rock Springs and come south here. I don't know if my camera is going to show you all of it. You have to come see. You really have to come see for yourself how beautiful it is. We're going to go between Rock Springs and Vernal, Utah. And the next highway, see, we're going south right now, but the next highway that we come to is going to be Highway 40, and it runs east and west. So that's like Vernal, and comes out of Dinosaur over there. And Vernal, Roosevelt, Duchesne is on 40. So we're running some backcountry and some roads here that are just kind of, the road kind of runs through the pasture, canyons. It says Jug Hollow. Let's see what we got here. Antelope Flat Overlook. I just don't remember how far this is. They've had some bad fires up in Canada, and that is, I don't know, is that 700, 800 miles from here, and it's this smoky here, so they must really be going through it. That's much smoke to drift this far south, this heavy. So Vernal and Flaming Gorge Reservoir right here. Go south. Keep going. Keep going. Ashley National Forest. Somebody drugged their tires or left black marks down the highway. That looks like expensive. Somebody spent some money there on tires. Alright. Okay. Look at this. Look at this now. Take it easy down through here. I've taken you down through here on the other side of the reservoir, over by Manila and across the other side of the Flaming Gorge. So there's a lot to explore. There's a deer standing in the middle of the road down here. I don't know, he's crossing there. See if he's got a buddy. Ran through the trees right about here. Let's see where he went. Alright. We got past all that. This is a treat, I think, get to drive some of these places, see some of these things. I see more stuff driving the truck than I ever did on vacation. So, you went to Fault Zone. Looks like a fire must have swept through here at one point. There's a lot of burned and down dead trees here. I just can't remember how far it is down through here. It's just so beautiful, I thought I'd show it to you. There's some more antelope over here looking at me. I've had deer, different times driving truck for sure. Hit an antelope. Antelope aren't too bad. They don't seem to bolt in front of you and get confused. So I did hit one. Mustang Ridge. We'll take it kind of easy through here. Some really pretty things. That might be Dutch John right over there. Look at how the rocks lay. Man, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful drive, and highly recommended drive. You want to be able to drive the hills and stuff and handle that. But very beautiful. Yeah. And then we'll come turn the corner and get around through here and get down in the bottom, down by the reservoir and cross the dam, and that's quite a deal here. Drive your truck across there. Dripping Springs Campground. Little hole. Dutch John, we're here. There it is. Looks like they rent rafts and boat tours and all kinds of stuff over here. Pretty interesting. Lake Vista. We're going to take our time getting down in here. Now we're starting down to the reservoir, to the dam. Right. There's the dam right over there. Have you ever seen open range before? Like they have back there, where there's cattle aren't fenced off the road. You can just cattle graze. They could be on the road. They could be. Yep. They don't fence them off. They just run cattle. Speed limit's 30. So they want you to take care and to slow down to 20. Okay, got that. Looks like they got a bunch of electrical power lines here. They must hydroelectric dam here. So this is really beautiful, guys. Gracious me. They got weight limits. There's a sign explaining that to you. Bunch of signs that say no stopping, no parking. I'm gonna go easy. Look at all this here. Gotta keep the trailer behind me. These are sharp enough curves that your trailer will dog track into the oncoming traffic, so you got to keep it cleaned up. All right, we're going to take a peek. You'll be able to see some water here. I'm not meeting anybody. This is going well. There's a van behind me. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'd say it's down just a little bit. It's got a lot of water though. Look at that. They've got a bunch of barriers here to make sure boats don't get into the suction where the water flows into the dam here, because they don't want you to get sucked in. There's a visitors area here. There's a lot of water here. They got some bridges. They got a little tour you can take, and that looks really interesting. Walk across the dam on a little walkway. Kids up here in the walkway want me to honk my horns at them. It's giving me the pumping their arm sign. Looks, here's the parking lot where you can park to go on a tour of the place. It's pretty nice. We are out truck driving. I ain't got time to tour places, but that looks like a real fun stop. See the views there. See what's going on. We got to climb back up out the other side now, and speed limit 40. I don't know if I'll go. Oh, there's a really interesting bridge over here on the other side. I'll show that to you. It's quite a bit of water. It's real good. The water levels do to me. I don't know. Here we are. Look at this thing. There's a fella out here riding his Harley. That looks fun. All right, look at this bridge here. 15 foot 9 inches. We're going to get on there too. What a treat. There's some real good rodeos out here too. There's Vernal, Utah down south here has got one, and Manila, Utah has one. Come down in here and drive some of these sides, go to some of these rodeos. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Vernal's got those, they put these flower pots out all up and down the streets. The whole town is just blooming with flowers. It's a big thing they do down there. It's just beautiful. And then as you get close to Vernal, where you got to drop down the Uintas climb, I put that on some earlier videos too. And there's another reservoir, Steinecker Reservoir down there. There's some more things to see that are like this. So it's just really nice. But I've got some things I'm going to do here. I got a lot of work to do through the summer. A lot of truck driving to do, and that's good because that's income, and I like eating. I like paying the eating bill. So we do that. And I've got some rodeos, and I'll show you some of those trips a little bit. Some of the rodeos, getting ready for the rodeo, and going and being there a little bit. I'm going to try to make some videos about that. Channels, trails, and trucking. I'm going to show you some of the trails parts a little bit too. Maybe I can come up with some good content with some of that. Oh, this is a steep old hill. But winter was rough. Winter was very rough, and tore me up pretty good. Took a lot to get through there. This was particularly rough, and I'm gonna pull up over here, and I think I'll finish up my video over here a little bit. There's pickup behind me, and we'll haul up a little bit. But it's very beautiful out here, and I hope that you're doing well. I hope you got through the winter in good shape, and maybe the smoke isn't getting you where you're at. Maybe you're doing a lot better, I hope. And I hope you get through your afternoon in good shape. Bye now.